Hey y'all, it's your girl Breezy, and you know I love to run my mouth. So I like to also do it on my TikTok. So make sure that y'all follow me on there. Here's a screenshot of that. I had some commentary on K.Michelle, so I decided to share that with y'all. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Before I start the video, I reacted to K.Michelle talking to Cam Newton. That's going to be the first video you see. And then on that video on my TikTok, there were comments. And so I felt like it would then be a good video for me to share with y'all on my reaction to what Kay said on that interview. And then to give you some like backstory. Somebody asked about the origin story. Somebody, had comment for it. And then I gave my thoughts in reference to that. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. Please let me know below what y'all think about the Tamar K.Michelle situation. And all my socials are going to be linked down in the description box so you can follow me wherever. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of the places. All right, let's get into this. Beefing
music the same way guys beefing music?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got some beefs out there?
A lot.
The toxic me.
I mean, hate the bitch.
Who?
The Muppy. Like, I got into this game and I came in on a show called Love and Hip Hop. I talked about my abuse and I didn't say anybody's name. There was this Muppet in the corner, yapping. And even till this day, when Beyonce sent me flowers and everything, she subliminally, but not subliminal, talked about me and everything. When I go through bookings and everything, it's always her name, don't book her for shows. So you're attempting to even stop money for how I take care of my child and everything. All because of what? All because you ain't got no edges. All because of your sister ready to star. This is what this is about. All because of the man that you love tried to talk to me before you, in the middle of you, and after you. All because I'm from the country, but you are the bumpkin. It is always something with this loudmouth coyote. And I mind my business. I don't say much. I don't say anything, Cam. But as soon as I say something, it is this and that. I'm to the point I am for women united and all of this.
Cap.
No, I am.
Cap.
I swear for cracks and cheese. I'm for women united, but I'm tell you one thing, I'm slap the fuck out of her.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
That's why I say it's cap. You can't say women empowerment and then...
Yes, I can.
You can't do that.
That is a Muppet, not a woman.
No, you can't say that.
I can say that.
Say you can't... Okay, if we're talking about accountability from top to bottom.
Give it to me.
We're talking about accountability from top to bottom.
Okay.
I'm not going to...
All right, she kind of said it in the video, but when I thought about it, instead of just replying as a comment, I replied as a video because other people might not know. So go back and look at my other posts where K.Michelle was talking to Cam Newton about how she feel about Tamar Braxton. But the origin story is, before we knew who K.Michelle was and she was doing demos and starting music, she was with a music producer named Memphis Hits. They both work from Memphis. Hometown folks, she got involved with him. He became her person at the record label. He ended up being an abusive boyfriend and spending all her music money. She had to go through the man tried to take her out. The last fight and interaction they had, he tried to take her out. Like, there was choking, there was dragging across where she had like rug burns and all kind of, it was brutal. She had video or text messages from him, something that he had sent her where he admitted what he had did to her, and she sent that to the record label, so that allowed her to like get out of her deal and all that kind of stuff. When she went on to Love and Hip Hop, Rashida is on Love and Hip Hop. At the time that K.Michelle comes on Love and Hip Hop and Rashida is on Love and Hip Hop, Rashida is friends with Toya. At the time that she's on Love and Hip Hop, Rashida's on there, Rashida's friends with Toya. Toya is married to Memphis. And so Rashida, Toya, and Tamar all bullied K.Michelle online, called her a liar, drug the whole situation out. Only for Memphis Hits to go into a courtroom and admit that he did to her what she said he did to her. And not only did he do that, he gave us a glimpse at what him and Toya's relationship looked like on, I think it was Couples Therapy on VH1. Now, Toya claims that he never did nothing like that to her before, but I doubt that. I don't think that he just got on the TV and acted that way for the first time. So Toya had found out who Memphis was. And I honestly think that had he not done that on TV, him and Toya probably would have been together a longer time. But that's just my opinion. And so he and Toya got divorced. And Rashida, nor Toya, nor Tamar, even to this day, when people ask them about this stuff, none of them acknowledge I was defending it from a place of where I was, who I was in love with, or who I was friends with. I have later found out things about that person that I did not know and at that time did not believe was true about that person. And I apologize for K.Michelle for not believing her as the victim and bullying her as the victim. None of them have said that. None of them acknowledge it. They always want to and dance around and shit and all of that. And that's why K.Michelle continuously stays on their necks, does not let up, and I don't blame her. If you never once gave me an apology for it, it's F you for life. It's F you for life. So I hope this helps with the backstory of what happened. That was just like quick synopsis. There's a lot of things, you know, in the middle, but that's kind of like the history of where all that brings us to today. And K.Michelle gave Tamar the business. And I mean, hey, we just saw what Tamar was saying about Lonnie Love and Candy. So I'm not gonna stay on this one long because I kind of stated some of this in the other video where I explained the origin story from somebody else's comment. But I just want to say, one, this is not a beef in the sense, it is beef, but understand that this is beef of I was harassed. I was terrorized when all I did was go on TV, not say a name like she said. I didn't say any names. And Hit Dogs Will Holler. And those three women, Tamar, Rashida, and Toya, harassed that woman. Harassed that woman for years. And Tamar just, so what she's talking about when she said when Beyonce sent her those flowers, baby, that was just in 2024 or 2023. Where Tamar then started subliminally talking about her. So it's not a matter of, hey, this person over there let it go and I'm still holding on to it. They are still actively keeping up when it comes to her. Toya just was on with Carlos King in 2024 talking about it and still doing that, how Funky Dineva and Alexander Rodgers say that, and James Caldwell say that backpedaling and pussy popping. This is not old. And you're absolutely correct. You can tell by the plastic surgery that K.Michelle has had that her insecurities that she has had from dealing with a lot of women and men who have projected what they think she should look like, talked about her skin, talked about her color, all of those things, she is a result of that. And so there is some needing to love self. But let's separate that from I was harassed, I was bullied, I was terrorized by these women who still have not took accountability for how they treated me, for calling me a liar when I was not. So yes, we need to love our brothers and our sisters, but you also, as my brother and sister, need to treat me right, need to love me right. You need to apologize to me when you do me wrong, take accountability for things when you do me wrong, and then do not repeat that behavior. There has never been an apology. There has never been an acknowledgement. And for them and for that, for life, like I said in the other video, it's F you for life. We have to, yes, we need solidarity, but we got to stop saying turn the other cheek when people are continuously kicking you. I don't got no more cheeks. I don't have no more cheeks. I don't have now another cheek for you. If you're going to keep kicking me, baby, I gotta go get mine. And get you up off me. And one thing K.Michelle gonna do, that tongue is lethal. She gonna get you up off you. And that's the reason why I be saying that Tamar need to stop talking. Sometimes you have to learn to hush. You have to learn when you are a celebrity that some topics are just not worth approaching. Because somewhere, someone's gonna be waiting for an opportunity to slice your head off. And you know you can't, Tamar gonna be somewhere crying. Tamar, she was already crying because she said she tried to gaslight K.Michelle and flip it around, and she became the victim. Because people saw how she bullied her, and that first time K.Michelle called her a muppet, the internet said, oh, hey, Tamar, this you? And she couldn't take it. That's why you leave people alone. But it's not old. Tamar has kept up the foolishness. And K.Michelle is just now responding to that foolishness. That's what it is. But that was just in case you didn't know, it's not old. Trust me, it's not old. You have valid points, but it ain't old. And you know what? You are so right. Toya was very strategic about, although obviously we were able to see it. We saw the works for what they were, but she was very, very subtle and very to the side, and she let them other ones do her dirty work. And that's the thing. You tell your friend, no, y'all stay out of it, don't post online, don't say nothing because there's nothing to be said. Come out and say, hey, no, we're not gonna do this, X, Y, and Z. No, she just said and let it happen. I like Toya, but maybe I saw it for what it was. And then, and I'm gonna get off because I didn't really have a whole lot to say, but this comment I thought was very insightful so that people could know and put it out there. Yeah, Toya was very subtle with it, but maybe it was there. And what's so funny to me now of how much Tamar them caked for her, especially Tamar, and Toya didn't even like Tamar at all. That's the sad part, is that you got into a beef with someone who you potentially really could have worked with and made some good ass music with I was gonna call her something else, and that ain't what, for a lady who didn't even really like you. Now that's a lesson. That is a lesson. Y'all better be careful who's bidding y'all do. I know the people who I ride for. I know they love me, and they like me. It's some folks out here who will want me to ride for them, but I already know, girl, you ain't really got my back. You ain't gonna ride for me. Toya didn't even really like that lady, and she was out there cutting up. Message. Hey, I think you missed the point. Two things can be true and happening at the same time. She very much dragged him. She very much put his business out there. She very much let it be known that when it happened, he did it. And she always said he did it. She never spared his feelings. The man didn't ask her about what happened to her physically. He asked her about beef with women in the industry. Do women beef like women beef in the industry? We love the diverse stuff. Stick to the topic. Don't bring that in to excuse Tamar's behavior, because I can still be pissed at the person who physically abused me and also be pissed at the person who bullied me, abused me in the public, in open, in social media. And not to discredit what he did to her as being a big thing, but he didn't drag it. He let his wife drag it. He let those friends drag it. So everybody can get it. The question wasn't about the actual act. The question was about her issue with them. And because Tamar had continued to speak on it, that man ain't been speaking on it. You know, initially when he was first married to Toya, he lied and denied it. Yes. But that's why she continued to fight the fight. I know that some of y'all be just looking at topics from just that standpoint. And I love the fact that I'm nosy because I be seeing it all. So y'all be commenting when y'all be done missed bits and pieces and tidbits. She never let him off the hook. And ain't letting Tamar off the hook. And I don't blame her for either. Just to kind of add that. So adding the capitals, that don't change the severity. Tamar also abused her a lot more publicly and also behind the scenes. As far as I know, he ended up, after all that stuff happening, losing his career, never being able to bounce back. So he got what was due to him. He never continually talked about it in the media. Tamar, on the other hand, did. So I hope that clarifies for you. It's not about blaming the other woman. It's about giving the just due energy where the energy is supposed to go. She directed it properly. There wasn't time to talk to him. There was time to talk about the one who was about the beef. We got to stick to the subject at hand. Don't be bringing in other topics. Don't be bringing in other topics. Just be like when people be talking about black women being disrespected. Y'all want to go all around the world about what black women do? No, let's focus on the topic. That's how we get diverted and get off task. The task at hand here is Tamar. And I'm glad K ate up, and I'm going to continue to say that. I'm here for it.